Hello everyone. In today's class, let us discuss about a new topic, that is air. Okay? In our daily life, air is a very important thing. So all the human beings and plants, everything need air. Okay? Without air, we can't live. Okay? So in this class, let us discuss about what are the components will present in this air. Okay, see here. So here I mentioned atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere means a layer of gases surrounding the earth surface. A layer of gases surrounding the earth surface. That means, once see here, this is earth. Okay, some portion of the earth, and around this earth you can see one layer. Okay, around this earth a layer is present, and this layer is made up of some gases. That's why the layer of gases around the earth surface is called as atmosphere. Okay. So what are the advantages of this atmosphere? Atmosphere in the sense air. Don't forget this. Okay. The main advantages are, see here, provides the air we breathe. So we are breathing air. That air is provided by this atmosphere. That is the main advantage. Without this atmosphere, there will be no air. If there is no air, then we can't live. So it is the main important thing. Next, protects us from the harmful sun rays. From sun, we are getting sun rays, and all sun rays are not helpful for us. In those sun rays, some sun rays will be harmful for our body. Okay. So this atmosphere is stopping some of the harmful sun rays. Okay. So this is also one of the most important advantages. Okay. Next, let us see the composition of air. Composition means what are the things present in this air. Okay. See this pie chart. Nitrogen 78%. You can see here, 78% of the air consists of nitrogen gas, and oxygen, that is present in 21%. Okay, 21% of the air consists of oxygen. Okay, 78 plus 21, total 99% over. The remaining 1%, you can see here, only 1% of the air consists of carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases. Okay, this 1% of the air consists of carbon dioxide, water vapor, and some other gases like argon, neon, xenon. Okay, na? All those inert gases. So this is the composition of air. Okay. So here high amount of nitrogen will be present in the air. Okay. And after that oxygen will be in high amount, and in very less quantity carbon dioxide, water vapor, and some other gases will be there. Okay. Now let us see the advantages of nitrogen, oxygen, and the remaining gases. See here, nitrogen. It is a plentiful gas in the air. Here plentiful means highly available. That means the amount of nitrogen will be high in the air. Okay. And plants need nitrogen for their survival. Here this nitrogen gas is useful for the plants. Okay. So, but plants cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. So in this air, so much amount of the nitrogen is present, but the plants will not take the nitrogen gas directly. Okay. See how they will take nitrogen gas. You can see here, this is a plant and these are the roots. Okay. And on these roots you can find some nodule. Okay, na? Nodule. Okay. Here nitrogen gas is converted into NH3, that means ammonia. Okay, by Rhizobia bacteria. Okay, na? Rhizobia bacteria. This Rhizobia bacteria converts nitrogen into ammonia. That ammonia will be taken by the plant. Okay. So in this way the plants will take nitrogen. Okay. Next, the second most plentiful gas, that is oxygen. Okay. Second most plentiful gas, that means in the atmosphere the oxygen will be available in high amount after the nitrogen. Okay. Here humans, animals need it. Who needs oxygen? All the humans, animals. Okay. And green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Okay. Who will produce this oxygen? Plants. Okay. How they will produce the oxygen means through the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Photosynthesis means, see here, the trees or plants will take carbon dioxide and they will use the sunlight and water. Okay. With the help of this carbon dioxide, sunlight and water, the plants will produce their food. Okay. The plants will produce some energy or some food, carbohydrates, and they will release oxygen into the atmosphere. Okay. After the process of photosynthesis, the plants will release oxygen into the atmosphere. We are taking that oxygen through respiration. Okay. Through the respiration process, that means breathing. Okay. By breathing, we are taking this oxygen from the atmosphere. Okay. And the second one here, carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide will be present in very less quantity. Okay. And see here, green plants need it to produce food. Just now I told you, by the plants will take carbon dioxide and by the process of photosynthesis they will release oxygen. That means who will need carbon dioxide here? Plants. Next, humans and animals release carbon dioxide. Who will release the carbon dioxide? Humans and animals release the carbon dioxide. Okay. See here, both these are interlinked. Okay. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are interlinked with each other. Why? Because human beings and animals releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Okay. And the plants are taking carbon dioxide and again they are releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. Okay. So this is a cyclic process. Now let us see. Nowadays, because of the development of technology, what is happening in our society? So we are running more number of industries. We are using more number of vehicles. Okay. And these industries and vehicles are releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. You can see from this figure, these are the industries and these are the vehicles. Both industries and vehicles releasing carbon dioxide. You can see this. Okay now, carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Actually, because of carbon dioxide, we have one good advantage also. Okay, now see here. This is sun and this is earth. Okay, from the sun rays are falling onto the earth surface. But here, around the earth surface, atmosphere is present. Okay, around this earth, atmosphere is present. In this atmosphere, carbon dioxide gas also present. Okay, carbon dioxide gas also present. And this carbon dioxide gas is holding some of the sun rays. See here, sun rays falling on the earth surface and reflecting back. See here, reflecting back. That means after falling on the earth surface, they will reflect back into the atmosphere. Okay. Here, this carbon dioxide layer is holding some amount of the sun rays. Okay. The carbon dioxide layer is not allowing sun rays to escape into the outside of the earth surface. Okay. So that means carbon dioxide layer is stopping the sun rays and holding the sun rays. So because of that, what happens? Temperatures on this earth surface increases. Okay, around this earth surface, the temperatures increases little bit. Okay. Now, if this carbon dioxide level increases more and more, then what happens? If the level of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, then what happens? It can hold more amount of sun rays. Okay, it can hold more amount of the sun rays than previous. Then what happens? The temperatures on this earth surface increases rapidly. Okay, then what happens? If the temperature is increasing day by day, then our earth will get more warm. Okay, now, so we can call that as global warming. The globe means earth. Earth will be gets more heat because of this carbon dioxide layer. Okay, now the carbon dioxide layer is stopping or holding the sun rays which are reflecting from the earth surface. That's why the temperatures are increasing day by day. We can call the increasing of the temperature of the earth surface as global warming. Okay, see here, if the level of carbon dioxide increases, then what happens? See here, this is the process of holding the sun rays and maintaining a constant temperature. This process is called as greenhouse effect. Okay, greenhouse effect means, see here, CO2 and other gases in the atmosphere trap the heat. Okay, now they will trap the heat and keeping the earth warm. Okay, here this CO2 and some other gases are trapping the sun rays and keeping the earth warm. If this CO2 level increases, then that warmthness, that means the hotness increases. We are calling that as a global warming. Okay, because of carbon dioxide level increase in the atmosphere, global warming will increases. Do you know the effects of global warming? What are the problems raises due to global warming? If the temperature increases, then what happens? The snow or the ice which is present in the polar regions will melt. Okay? If the ice or snow melts, then what happens? It converts into liquid. Okay, now liquid means here water. The ice or snow will convert into water, and that water will mixes with the ocean water. Then ocean water level increases. Okay, now then what happens? Tsunamis, floods will come. Okay, So this is the effect of global warming.